Hello everyone. So before we get started, I would like to clarify something. So we'll have a half an hour talk first, then we'll have a Q&A at where you can just open your mic and ask any question, or you can write it down on the chat box of Google Meet, or you can write it on the comment section of the YouTube live. We will pick the top comments and obviously answer them. Now, Tiasha Banerjee will be starting now.
Welcome everyone to this induction session. It's been a really difficult time for all of us during this pandemic, but the learning process shouldn't stop. In this modern era, computers have become a necessary part of our lives, and communicating with computers has never been more important. In order to do so, we all need to learn different languages of computer. Nowadays, computer coding is not a luxury but a necessity. From student life to professional life, coding knowledge is needed everywhere. Now, Code Club is a community where you can learn, practice, and compete with your coding skills. Today, Shokosho will be guiding us through the whereabouts of coding and what is the functionalities of Code Club. Shokosho, over to you.
Yes, thank you for such a great introduction to our juniors. So, hi everyone, I am Shaukarsh Maulik and I am currently pursuing BTech in CSE, and I am now in the second year of my BTech degree. So, firstly, here we will get a get into a bit of introduction about coding. So, I guess all of you have somewhere or the other seen some languages like C++ or C, or to be more basic, C. You have seen somewhere or the other the usage of C. Even if you have not seen, it's no problem. Today we are here to guide you all. So basically, what is coding? So coding is the computer doesn't understand our language first thing. If you write any instruction in C or I mean, if you write any instruction in English or Bengali or in your native language, the computer won't understand. So you have to give the computer some instruction in the language it understands to make it function in the way you want. So code is nothing but basically it's a set of instructions that helps the computer understand what to do, and it also helps you enable the computer to work in the manner you want. Okay. Now there are many types of languages or coding languages like C, C++, Python, Java. We will come to that in a later while. So the thing is that we write the codes in C or C++, but the thing is the computer only understands 0 or 1. That is a binary thing, binary code. So, okay. So there is a process that goes on to convert this thing written in C or C++ to binary code. So the first thing that goes is like that you have written a source code file. Say you have written a program named hello.c. Now all of you have somewhere or the other been familiar to this term preprocessor. So what a preprocessor does is that you have seen if you have written a code in C, you first write a line called hash include stdio.h. This you have to write, or else your code won't work properly. Okay, so this actually includes the file stdio, and this work is done by the C preprocessor. So after the preprocessor, what it does, it includes the file stdio.h into your code, and it during the compilation time, it generates an expanded source code, and we don't get, it's actually a file is produced known as, say if you have named it as hello.c, then after the preprocessor functions, you get a file known as hello.i. Okay, dot .i is the extension for this preprocessed file. Then the compiler comes to play. So it produced an assembly code file called hello.h. Now, what an assembly code is, it you will the people who are from the CSE department, they will learn in their second year only. That is in the third semester. This assembly language. So assembly language is nothing but it's a machine specific language. Like you can write have you ever wondered you have written C and C++ in any platform? Like you run in your local PC. You if you run a C++ program, say you want to take the sum of two variables and print. So the same code can be written in your PC as well as if you write it in your lab's PC, the same output will be generated. But the assembly code is not like that. It's a hardware specific code. Okay, like your microprocessor in simple words, the CPU. So the CPU is the main brain of the computer. So it needs to understand certain things like how it's going to function or things like that. For that we have this assembly code. So after the assembly code is generated, now still the assembly code is not a binary code. It's something written in a more English like manner. To be more specific, it's something written in a more English like manner, like you do a plus plus, so that gets converted to INRA. Okay, like that. So that assembly code is then generated to an object code file like hello.o. So that object code file is actually that binary code file. Okay, so in this way, this this object code file is actually means understood by the computer. Like your hello.c or hello.cpp is not understood. So therein goes a such a big process. So have you ever wondered, you just click that run button and it gets you see the output, but so many things come into play. So like that, you won't uh, get into such details right now. You will come across such details in your future. So get let's proceed. So there are many coding languages, okay, like C, C++, Java, Python, Haskell, etc., etc. These coding languages make things easier for us. We don't have to know these object codes and all these things. It's very easy for us to write these codes in these coding languages. So it's an easier way to give instructions via coding languages that will be translated into binary code as we have discussed bit of. Okay, now let's move further. Um, yeah, yes. So
Yeah, Ronjulda, now he would like to say something.
yes, yes.
Ronjulda,
Okay,
please.
okay.
Okay, Shukar, so thank you for the great teaching. Before we move on to the introduction about our club and what are the various roles and what are the various programs we want to share with you, before that, can you guys please tell us from which department you are from and how much is your previous experience with coding? Like, did you have coding in 11, 12 or you were from biology background? Hit us in the chat box, please. Let's make it a bit interactive. Okay, Urvi, great. So you had C and C++ in 11, 12th, right?
Yes.
What about others?
People be more interactive.
Also.
Yeah, please switch on your mic, so it will be better for us.
You can either switch on your mic or you can write it in the
We have quite a many responses in nice.
So there's Azad. He is from IT but with no coding knowledge. It's okay.
Okay.
PST Shomodeep. He is like biology background but he wants to learn C++ now. Shiv Kumar has also no coding language. Again we have Paras. He is from IT but with no as such coding experience. Onik again in IT but yeah he's coding a lot in Java and Python it
Wow.
seems. Kriti is from ECE, we have IE background, Aryan, but he's again from the PCB background, so no coding
No
knowledge
coding.
as such. So yeah, we have quite a many responses. Many don't have previous coding experience.
Okay, that's great actually, because that is where our job comes into the picture.
Yep. These are my people also.
Yeah.
I started from PCB too. Anyway.
Yeah, you can look at Shubham, he had a bio background, but today he's actually great in coding. So that is how our code club is going to help you out. So let's continue with the slides. So let's meet up with a team. First, we have our code team, which includes Shokar sir, who is our current president. And then next, it's me, Ranjul. I'm a third year CSE student. I'm the media and outreach lead. Next, we have Shubhranil. He's the CP lead, the competitive programming lead. And then we have Priyanshu, the events lead. And Priyanshu is from IT department. He's the second year, and Shubhranil is third year CSE. Okay, so before we move on to the mentors program, let me tell you about what is our mentor program and who these C++ and Java mentors are. We have learned about that there are many people who have no coding background. So what we did is we planned we have planned many sessions with you guys, and we are going to teach you C++ and Java from the very basics. We have assigned C++ mentors and Java mentors, and they are going to teach you these languages in a very fun and interactive way. Okay. And these will be conducted mainly on Sundays, and it will be starting from the next week only. So let's move on to the C++ mentors first. So we have Pratik Ganguly. He's from second year. Next, we have Archana. Archana, would you like to say something about C++?
Yes, so C++ is basically a general purpose programming language, which is an extension of C language, which includes object-oriented programming. The reason why I would say you should prefer C++ over other language for competitive programming is that it has standard template library functions, which is very handy when you are dealing with in CPP. So yeah.
Okay, great. So what is it that before the first language we prefer that you should learn C++, because when you are going to the job interview or you are going to practice CP, it is always recommended that you learn C++. Okay, so next we have Onik. He is also from second year. And next we have a Java mentor. He's from third year CSC. Siddharth, would you like to say something about Java?
Yeah, obviously. So hello, good morning everyone, and welcome to the University of Calcutta. As Ranju said, I'm Siddharth Dhar. I'm from third year Computer Science Engineering Department. So coding or programming is a form of art to express your idea and perception in a very creative, logical, and appealing way, right? So learning how to code always helps in seeking new opportunities, even if you have a non-CS background. So as we can see today, there are lots of people who have no previous coding experiences. So as a Java mentor of Code Club CU, I can give you some visions or forward paths now where you can move. Like if if you have previous programming experiences with C or C++, they can easily migrate to Java because Java follows the same grammar as C or C++, right? And Java also provides a strong object-oriented support, like Java that any other languages may not provide that much strong support like Java does, right? So that makes application development a lot more easy. And Java is also platform independent, that follows a principle like write once and use many times across multiple platforms. And also, if any of you have aspirations to become an Android developer, you can also take advantages or exploit Java, because Java, Kotlin, and Flutter, these are the leading languages towards Android development. And also Java provides AWT and Swing frameworks for rapid application developments. And also there are other tons of frameworks that you can imagine of, like GWT, Spark, Jersey, Vertex, etc. So basically Java has its presence in every field of development, like web development, app development, game development, tool development. So in future, whatever the field you want to aspire to become as a developer, so you can thoroughly go with Java. So the potential of Java is really enormous. It's you who needs to find suitable remedy for it, right? So with that said, I'm concluding here. I'm wishing you a very successful journey ahead. Best of luck, folks. Thank you.
Thank you, Siddharth. That was actually great.
Great.
Yeah, we will come with the Q&A session after a few minutes. Yeah. Okay, so we have another person, that's Om Harish. He's the CP mentor, competitive programming mentor. He's actually very good in competitive programming,
Yeah.
and
Let me tell you, he's very good at this CP, and if you are wanting pointers, he's your man. Ranju, continue.
yeah. And next, we have our alumni team, which is actually this session is conducted by them. Thanks to them, kudos. And first we have Amoy. Then we have Tiasha, who is our host today. And then we have Amritash. So let me tell you about the alumni team. This is something very unique about our club. We have an alumni mentor program. So what we do is we bring our alumni. For example, we have alumni in Microsoft. We have alumni in DShaw. There is Upstocks. You have seen the ad, share trading app platform. So we are going to bring those guys to interact with you. Then you will get to learn from them. What are the things that are required in the industry? So these coordinations are done by our alumni team. Okay, let's move on. So these are our social media handles. You need to follow these because all our posts regarding to contests, anything new that is happening to the club will be posted here. We are going to share this PPT through mail to you guys. And one more thing, there are many things which you need to follow. We will list out those in an email which you need to follow to become a part of this club. Okay, so Tiasha, you can take over.
Yeah, now I'm going to open the Q&A session for everyone. So you can switch on your mics and ask questions if you're in the Gmeet. If you have problem with your mics, then please write it in the inbox or chat box of Gmeet. I'll read it out from there. Also, the top comments from Facebook will be read as well. So you can interact with us in all of these ways. I think Urvi had a question. Urvi Nahata, please switch on your mic if you are able to.
Yeah, hi everyone.
Hi.
Actually, I wanted to ask that I am a dropper.
Okay. So that's not an issue. There are many people.
Hello.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask that I am a dropper and actually I have forgotten everything that I read in C and C++.
Okay, that's not an issue. That's why we have our mentorship program where people from C++ background and Java background are going to teach you the coding from the very basics. Okay, it won't be a problem. What are the companies that visit CU? Okay, you hit me up in WhatsApp. I will send you the list.
Yep. Any of us, right?
Yeah. Once you are inducted in the WhatsApp group of Code Club CU, you will get all our contact details from them.
What programming language should be learned first? I'll say, you can go with anyone, but I'll suggest you go with like C or CPP.
Hello, sir. Good morning to all of you. I want
Yes.
to ask something that, sir, is we have to deal with all the programming language like C++, Java, Python, or we have to focus on a single code language?
Like in your curriculum, you have lots of programming languages, right?
You'll have to know the basics of almost like if you're from the CIC background or like CIC derived background, right? So then you will have to learn the basics of Python and Java and C. Okay, all of them, and then you can specialize in any one of them, the one you like. Okay, and also depending on the type of thing you want to specialize in, like what you want to go for, development or competitive coding. Okay, that way you can specialize in any one of the languages.
Okay, sir.
And I would like to add something more also that when you are into the computer stream, there are a lot of things you get to do. There are things like you can make websites for which you need to learn web development. There you need to learn some more languages which will help you build those websites. Same when you go for Android development, you need to learn some other languages like Siddhartha mentioned, that Flutter. But behind all these languages are kind of, for example, in web development, you need to learn JavaScript. There's a language called JavaScript. These are actually derived from the Java language. So Java is like the primary pillar from which you need to learn these. So if you have very good hold on Java, you can easily work on these new languages. Okay, because mainly what happens is the main structure of a language is same. Just the how you write the language, that is different.
Yeah. Just the
Okay.
syntax is a bit different for every language. Okay. But once you know to code in a specific language, it's very easy to switch. Language will not be a barrier, right? You just need to have, have a knowledge about the paradigms of programming, and then you can go for any language.
Thank you, sir.
And even for the like non CSA and IT background students, like all of you know that there has been a boom in the IT sector in India. So there are a lot of job opportunities there. So at the end of the day, when you will be applying for your jobs, it will be helpful if you are already aware of these languages and you have a good hold on them. So like people who are not from non CSE backgrounds, they're also like requested to come join us. It will be a fun, like you will get to learn something new at the end of the day, which will help you in future.
And even you, the other guy, even the, non-CSE background people also need to have a fundamental knowledge of every language. That will help you.
Okay, so
Uh,
which one did
Sir, is permutation and combination and binomial theorem is mandatory for learning coding?
no, not at
Nothing
all.
is mandatory to learning coding.
Not at all. You just need to have some problem solving skills, right? Basic, like in real life, how you will solve a problem, that knowledge, and that will help you. You don't need to have a very clear understanding of,
Yeah.
you know,
Actually,
binary
very
information.
that understanding of mathematics is actually not required. Only the basics of mathematics are required. Also, permutation combination is in a very easy level. And problem solving skills, the more you practice those questions, the more you will get better at it. That's the simple thing.
Like general skills, you don't need to have a
General skills.
specific knowledge.
That is why we always motivate you guys, so that from other streams also you can do competitive coding. Then what it will help you in further getting good jobs. If your field does not offer you better jobs, you can always switch to CSC, and getting a job at CSC is very easy. If you
and
do
not only okay, yes, and not only jobs, you can also practicing competitive programming will lead to an enhancement of your intellectual ability. That's more important point, I think. So
yes,
if you are
absolutely, your analytical skills also develop when you do competitive programs.
and one thing I must refer here, that please don't have this mindset that, oh, I am from a tier 2 college, or no, rather I am not from an IIT or NIT. So these guys from IIT and NITs will dominate the coding world. This is not the thing. Okay, like if I give an example, you will soon come to know there is a person called Taranpreet Singh. He's now SD at Google. Okay, so he is actually from a commerce background, and now he's an SD at Google. Same goes for a person. He's from Jaipur. I now cannot recollect his name, but he also made it to Google, and the university where he did his bachelor's was not a quite a famous university. Like you have the right. Recommended that you keep on practicing, as our CP mentor and the media lead has said that you keep on practicing, and you will very swiftly you will master CP. And as I think Shivam has referred to it, that is permutation and combination important. See, the way you do or practice it for your JE level, it's not like that. But yes, in many CP problems, like the CP problems which are concentrated on maths, okay, so there you will require a bit of probability. In fact, if you are from a CS background, you will have probability in your fourth sem. So it's better you keep a touch with mathematics, because as you will go deep into this world of competitive programming, our mentors are there, so don't worry, they will also help you and guide you. So as you go deep, you will see that there are many mathematical topics which are required for competitive programming. Like number theory is required very often. You need to have a good concept about modular equations and all those to be good in competitive programming. But don't worry, we are there. We will give you all those playlists, and not only playlists, we will in fact give you some notes and all these things. It will be soon given to you. Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to take some of the questions that we have here. uh, okay, starting from Dev Shankar. The link of the WhatsApp group will be sent soon. Okay, the people will forward it in your first year groups or something. Okay, Shomodip, frameworks. Frameworks are something similar to libraries. Okay, so so that you don't have to build everything from scratch, right? They have predefined rules that they are set up. You just our framework is built on some language. You just use that language and the syntax of the language to explore the different functionalities that the framework provide. Okay, so we have
you'll get to know better about the frameworks and different
yes.
essential differences about frameworks and libraries as more you go in depth with programming.
Yes,
In
so
future, you get to know everything.
yes, like frameworks, there are, I mean, many frameworks for Python, for you know, JavaScript. So you just use them. If you learn the tools, I mean, if you are expert or you are, I mean, you have the basics down, then you can easily use the frameworks, okay, and explore the functionality. Okay, Iman, do we have enough time to code considering assignments, classes, and exams? So you see, this is something you have to make the time, you have to manage the time in that way. But yes, in the first and second years, you get ample time, right? In the first year, actually, more or less. So you should get the fundamentals down by the end of the first and second year, and then you you have to manage the time so that you can keep up, right? I mean, you have to decide whether you want to continue, or I mean, it's up to you if you want to do it anyway. Okay, will it be helpful if we learn Java first? Like we said, any of the languages are you know, it's okay. C is like, it's like the father of all languages, so it's like fundamental. And Python, Java, anything you, if you learn first, is easy, right? All of them are easy. Okay, which language we need to learn for cybersecurity? Okay, cybersecurity and about pen testing, I did not go in very details here, but there are you know, certain courses for this that you can explore. Hit me up and I'll just send you them later. Okay. Okay. Do you have any more questions? How much time is required to learn a new language? Okay, learning, and I mean, you can't know everything about a language, right? Learning is a perpetual process, so if you keep on learning for as long as you practice, right? But I mean, as you keep practicing, you get better with it. So just pick it up. You don't need to worry that after I learn the entire thing and then start coding. Just start coding and you'll improvise on the way. Okay. For any new language, the syntax takes 1 or 2 weeks. That's not very, you know, time consuming. What topics in math should we practice for coding? Nothing in general, just I mean, practice at the platforms like HackerRank or something. You know, I will let you know about those a bit later.
You need to practice. Don't worry about that.
Yes, yes, yes. The mentors are here to guide you on that.
In the mentor program.
That yes. Okay, what is the data structure program? Okay, you'll know about this pretty soon.
Yeah. We will be telling you about this in the coming mentorship programs starting from the upcoming Sunday.
What is required to crack GSOC? This is also a very good question, but these are not one-liners, right? We'll tell you about this in details. Okay?
Yeah. And the best part is we have people who have cracked GSOC, and they will give you an idea on how to crack these and how to participate in these. What are the background knowledge you need to have? All these will be provided by Pratik Ganguly only. You saw him. He's a C++ mentor. He will tell you about this. Also, we have, if you don't know, GSOC is actually an open source kind of competition, and we have a great mentor for open source, that is Shubhanil. He will be guiding you with your open source journey.
Yeah, we'll have a session on that too.
Yeah, we have a question from Facebook. Shukolan Molik asks, currently I am learning C language. What should I learn after that? And there's another question, which language is needed for AI, artificial intelligence?
For the C part, you can always start with C++. I think we recommend that you start with C++, and C and C++ have more or less the same syntax, so it will be easier for to you to move to C++. And C++ will also help you in starting with competitive programming. And coming to AI and ML, the best language, the only language actually which you required is Python. And Python has
Yeah, they're following up with JavaScript soon, but I mean, I think you should go with Python for now, right?
yeah. So any more questions? How?
Okay, will Code Club help learning machine language? Like machine learning. There is a question on that.
Okay, Code Club is mainly focused on competitive programming, but in future we are planning on that. We may come up with a mentorship program for machine learning or blockchain and the other important topics that are happening right now.
Yeah, we also had a
Like,
question on cyber security, like which language is important for cyber security.
yes, like what I was trying to tell, that Code Club is mainly focused for CP, right? But the thing is, once you are in the group, you will find all the seniors there. So I'm sure they will be happy to help you. I mean, guide you regarding cybersecurity and the other domains that are, I mean, explorable, right? Where development and machine learning. There are people working on those, so they'll be like better mentors for those things, right?
Yeah, actually you can get always interact with your seniors who are doing specialization on those topics. They will be the best person to give you the correct resources.
Also seeing, I mean, they have explored all the like courses and everything, so they'll be the best judge to tell you, I mean, which one is better and which one you should go for, right? So always.
Okay, Urvi has an interesting question. She asks, how will we know like if we are made for coding or not?
Now here, if you go via, you will soon know that there are many practice platforms like CodeSafe, CodeForces, HackerRank, etc. So if you go by the ratings of those platforms, I think that's not a good thing to do. So basically, you don't know when you are ready for coding or like that, but it's highly recommended that you give those competitive, global competitive programs that are there. Like our CP mentor Umari Bhaiya, he will soon address to you that there are many competitive programs going around the world, like Google Kickstart, Google Code Jam, then Facebook Hacker Cup, etc., etc. So I think you should at least participate in them. Don't go what's your rank is, or in this I think you should focus on your rank a bit, but don't go by the ratings of your practice platforms. Okay, so once you see that okay, you are getting a rank under 2000 in this I say this competitive program like Kickstart and Codejam, you can then say okay, I am good at coding. You can conclude yourself, but I don't think that there is any way you can say yes, I am the now god of competitive programming or like that. Even the rate stars, if you ask a rate star coder, he will also say I don't know anything. So in that way, it's quite a means we can't address this question in a specific manner.
Actually, you'll have to explore on your own, right? As you practice, you'll get better, right? No one can help you that way, but if you keep practicing, you'll get there soon. Like,
Actually,
it's not
I'm
very
yes.
yes.
Actually, I'm just smelling some misconceptions about the people's here. Right, you don't need to know everything at once and then you start coding. Right, coding is more eventual process. You first start with the basic, taking the input and printing the output and basic loops and basic if structures. Then start with coding. And there are, as people say, there are lots of platforms. You just start coding. When you get stuck, just learn about it, and eventually these learnings will add it up on your knowledge base. Right. So every one of us who have reached so far have done follow this process. So don't think about the need to know these, that, and those. No, you just need to know basics and start practicing. So where you just get stuck, just learn about it and go on with practicing, right? And this is
Yeah,
how you get develop your skills.
this is a very important point said by Siddhartha, that you don't need to learn everything and then start coding. Eventually, we'll learn the thing. So, and also I saw one question. I don't know who that was. He asked, "What's data structure and algorithm?" Mm, okay, so I think I have.
These are not one liners. You will have an entire 2 year of courses on them. So
Yeah.
um, other than that, we also will also provide resources, right? So
Yes.
that you can get.
Like I am from the PCB background, so for all the non-CSE students, I'm saying something. So you'll have computer as one of your subjects in the second semester, mandatory, both for for one and like for group 1 and 2. So the point is, it's very easy, and it's like about problem solving. Like we used to solve puzzles as kids. You can take it as puzzles for adults. Okay, it's about developing your analytical skills and evolving in the process. It's a fun thing to do as well. It's not like it's very hard, or like it is a part of your curriculum, so that's why you have to do. Don't put yourself under so much pressure. There's already a lot of studies to do, but yeah, it's also a fun way of going around.
It is like a language, right? You can use it to express your things. Like front end people will express their creativity through those, and then there's people who solve the daily problems.
Yes,
They are the
yes,
coders, right? So
yes.
that's very.
So you can compare learning coding as learning painting. So when you just start painting, you used to pencil sketch. Then you know how to use pastels. Then you move on to how to use oil paintings and so on. So you can just think of it as coding as well. The coding is nothing but a form of an art through which you can express your thinking. That's it.
Okay, one thing I want to ask: how many of you like solving puzzles, like Rubik's cube or Sudoku or all these things? How many of you like that? Please write down in the chat box. Then we will address one thing. Okay, Sumit like, or we do of course. Okay,
Lot
okay,
many
yeah,
people.
like me. So many of you like. So you all will be good in competitive programming. Okay, okay. Urvi says I can solve only one side. No matter, you will eventually solve all the sides. And sometime, okay, Adipto likes. Okay, so if you like solving puzzles, you will definitely like competitive program. It's nothing but solving a question or solving a puzzle. In fact, okay, yes, me, but the cube. Okay, don't worry, you will eventually like all those puzzle solving. So yes, it's like this. Like if you like solving Rubik's cube, if you like solving Sudoku, if you like doing these puzzle games, okay, so you will definitely like competitive programming. I can assure you that. So don't worry about these things like algorithms and data structures. In fact, they are like in the initial days it will seem to you quite tough, but as you explore CP, we have C++ mentors. In fact, we have CP mentor. He will tell you that there are many inbuilt libraries in C++. Okay, so if you code in C++, you don't need to go through this. Many data structures are inbuilt, like priority queue. You have one data structure known as priority queue. So in the book, for a data structure book, it will tell you that priority queue is the tree form of things, min heap, okay, min heap, max heap. So however, if you go through that SQL and if you read the documentation in Geek for Geek, so there they have simply said that it's nothing but an array sorted in ascending order. So that will help you a lot. And yes, one advice that please read this documentation. Geeks for Geeks is a very good site to refer.
Yes, sir. Regarding this, I mean, in this, programming paradigm, your online resources are abundant, and they will be playing a very important and inevitable role in your, in your life from now on. So, Geek for Geeks, then Stack Overflow, right? Quora is like okay sometimes. Cool. Then there are documentations by Microsoft, there are documentations by Google, there are so many documentations. So whenever you are learning some new technology stack, okay, these places are your go-to place for debugging your errors or learning new things. Cool. So there are all those are present, and there are many people who have tried the things before you. So you'll already have had those problems, and you have the solutions there as well. So whenever you are doing something that is, I mean, beyond your scope or something, you can always consult those for your, if you get stuck. Anyway, uh, like you're carrying on, so Kaushik?
Yes, one thing I must say that people who are not from the CS background, okay, I seek your forgiveness. I've many a time referred to CS background guys. Like if you are from CS, if you are from CS. So if you are not from CS, that doesn't mean that you can do coding. Okay. Like as CS has pointed out, coding is a very fun thing. And as I have said a bit earlier, that it's like solving puzzles. So for the non-CS guys, you don't need to worry. We have mentors. We have all the things that we can do to help you. Also, one thing I must say here that you also need to cooperate with us. Like this can't
And,
go in.
and, and one thing, so also, and not just you can do coding, you have to actually do these basic skills you have to have. Okay, so this is very essential that you start coding. You'll initially all of you will have these things in your
Yes,
curriculum
in
as well.
first year only you all of you will have coding as C language. I think you will have, and learning this coding is actually a primary part because in all sectors, be it in chemical engineering or
Yes.
mechanical engineering, everywhere you need to do program in the future.
Yes, because
Because
like you said, it's all about solving the problems in your daily life, right? So
yes,
it's like a language. You need to know the basic things. Okay, I mean, if even if you don't go into very complicated data structures and those that things, but you need to have a basic understanding, sound understanding of these things, whichever you stream you belong to. Okay,
absolutely.
so okay, so Kaushal, like you say.
Yes, so one thing I must say that cooperation is needed for the successful running of this club. Like we will be organizing bi-monthly contests. Okay, so we want most of you to participate in this contest. Don't focus on your rankings and all this. Participate in this contest to enhance your CP skills. Also, we will be conducting alumni sessions. In fact, very soon we may conduct a session with a very known YouTuber. You will come to know about him. So, if yeah, we want that most of you please attend those sessions. Those are for your benefit. In fact, it's also for our benefit also. So,
Okay. Another thing I'd like to add is you guys should know that a university or college is as good as its students, right? So we want you to participate in all the all the opportunities that you get, or all the hackathons, all the programs that you get. Okay, because if you like keep representing yourselves in I mean these global contests and everything, uh, obviously you'll get more exposure, you'll know more, and then there's the, I mean, exposure of the college and your year as well, right? So we want you to make the most of all the opportunities that you get, right?
yes, it will
Okay.
also boost the CV when you apply for any company. This if you participate in this coding contest. Okay, so that will be a big boost for your CV.
Yep, so it will be good for you as well, and for your year, for the college as a whole. Okay, the more you participate, the better things you get, right? So, and there will also be fulfilling requirements for the other things that you'll be applying for. So you need to make a CV. We'll get to this back later, like, right, what things you include and not, but anyway.
Okay,
Okay,
so
there was
yeah.
some questions on like machine learning, cyber security, artificial intelligence. Those are very interesting fields and domains, and it's all coming up new. And there are a lot of people who want to work in it, and app development, etc. But for that, you have to know your basic languages very well, like thorough, which is going to be your Python, Java, and C++. And we have mentors over here for that. So if you know, please come. If you don't know, then you're most welcome. Don't have to be shy of anything. That okay, I had PCB, I'm from non CSE background. everyone is welcome here. And we as a community, we learn and we evolve. So that is it all about.
Yes, and if you people have any suggestion, like you want to share anything, you are most welcome. Okay, don't feel that, oh, I am not allowed to share anything. It's not like that. We will soon introduce you to our WhatsApp group, and we also have a Discord server. So everyone, please join that Discord server also. There you have many options that don't have in WhatsApp. So it will be very fun, and I we want the group to be very much interactive. Please don't feel shy to ask any question, as pointed out by Tiasa. You must not be shy. Okay, that why what question will I ask? Even the silliest of questions will be referred. Okay, so that's it. And Ronjulda, please continue.
And
Okay,
and I'll like to say something. Like on the topic of Discord, I'll suggest that all of you, join Discord soon, because it's like awesome platform and where everything is organized, and we'll be using that as our prime media of where we make announcements and everything. So it's I mean, always recommended that you go there, because WhatsApp is like, we don't have rules and everything. We we can't limit those things. We can't pin the announcements and everything, so that some people might miss it. But Discord will be like our prime mode. Okay, so once you get the link, make sure you join it. Right. Also, as developers,
Please
slash
go to the Play Store and like download the Discord. It will be helpful for all of us. Yeah, Shubhrananda, continue.
that's about it. Okay.
Okay, we have with us Saraswat. He has been the previous president of Code Club CU. So Saraswat, would you like to add something from your previous
Yeah,
experience?
okay. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to University of Calcutta. And thing is, I can say that you should be regular at coding contest on CodeChef and CodeForces. And if you get good rankings over here, if you become 3-star or good rank at CodeForces, you can write that thing on your CV, and you can get good referral from good companies. So that is added advantage apart from your projects, which can be there in CV. And you are in first year, you should enjoy your first year. And apart from it, please don't cheat on this contest, because they use good algorithms to detect if you have cheated or not, and your rankings will go down. So if you think you can cheat and get good rankings, you shouldn't try that. And that's it. Thank you. Enjoy your first year.
Okay, right.
Yes.
That is one important thing that we are noticing, that people are there are actually a lot of solutions that go out in various platforms while the contest is running. Please don't copy those solutions from those platforms, because in the short run you will get better rankings, but in the long run, when you will be participating in global contest, or when you are going for the job interviews, with there you need to code and you need to have those skills. So please, we always recommend you, please don't copy the solutions from those platforms. I don't want to mention the platforms, especially when you are doing competitive programming in known platforms like CodeChef. There are we have seen that a lot of people are copying solutions and getting better at their ranks. Please don't do that. Okay, and do you have any more questions? You have been silent for a lot of time.
Yes, sir. From when we have to take participate in Code Club contest, since we are the student of first semester and we don't have idea of any languages. So
Yeah,
first we will have to learn the languages, and then
yeah,
only
yeah.
we are supposed to take participate in that.
So that is why by the end of the mentorship program that will be going on weekly, after that we will be having your first contest in December. Okay.
okay, sir.
Shivam, like we have, I mean, mentioned numerous time now to tell by now. It takes like 1 or 2 weeks to get the basic syntax down, right? And after that, you can start participating. Okay. And as you participate, you'll get better. You don't need to feel shy of being in the leaderboard, right? I mean, where you are on the leaderboard, you just keep practicing and you'll get better. So there's no time from when you start. So
Yeah.
as soon as we start hosting contests, make sure you participate, right? Because your participation is I mean, noted everywhere, right? Since our chapter is endorsed by the CodeChef, they also consider and they, I mean, note the amount of participants that we have. So it's always recommended that you participate. You don't need to be shy that I don't know or something. Always participate, right?
On top of that, I would like to mention that, on top of that, I would like to mention that keep your participation constant. Like it's like giving exams in those tuitions. Okay, if you don't practice giving those exams in these competitions, no one is noticing. No recruiters is noticing. So try and get maximum experience from these tests. Okay, and especially because at the end of the day, when you are sitting in the interview and you're giving those exams, at that time you will benefit from these experiences which you will gain from participating in our contest as well as contests in courtship. And another thing is this fear you guys are having. Let me explain that what actually is coding. You can think of it as if coding is a subject and there are various chapters in it. Okay, for example, there are arrays, then trees, there are a lot of things. So after reading a chapter, you can always solve questions, and those questions actually appear in those competitive competitions. So solve those things. At least try master one at a time. And you can always start up. For example, arrays is one of the basic structures you will learn. You can always, there you will find like thousands of questions on arrays. Solve those and start participating in competitions, because in competitions also you will get a lot of questions on arrays. Okay.
So people who are facing, I mean, they are thinking that maybe I don't know enough. I like to tell you that
they will not be able to complete in 1 month.
And still, I like to tell you that like everyone is, at the same position as you. I think you should start now, because after this, I mean, if you by the end of first year, if you don't learn anything, then you will be having the same problem, right? That people will be more ahead of you, right? But now everyone is at the same. I mean, everyone is at the same level of water, so you don't you can do it with this imposter syndrome. And I mean, I think you should start coding, because all of us were there, and all of you are there right now, right? Everyone starts somewhere, so you don't need to feel shy. Okay. Okay, regarding something else, like they have already said, Ranjul and Shokorchus, I'll also like to tell you, please don't, I mean, use those outside sources to get better at your rankings. Okay. I'd like to tell you that there are brilliant plagiarism checkers. Maybe they don't use that sometimes in CodeShift, but in the long run, even if you want to contribute to open source or stuff like that, plagiarism is something that will get you banned from the program. So I mean, abstain from it. Okay. So,
Yes, and we have one instruction from CodeSafe, as we are now in the official server of CodeSafe. They have given us one instruction that if you come across any cheater, quote unquote cheater, then please report it to us. Okay. I don't
and
want.
as your senior, I'd like to tell you that there has been instances like this. Okay, and accounts have been suspended. So make
Yes,
sure
and
you don't.
yes, I don't want any of my community members to be a victim of that, and I don't want any of your names to be listed on the blacklist. Okay, so be honest. Don't focus. Okay, yes, rating is a thing that motivates you. Yes, I understand that, but solely focusing on your rating is not what the motto of CP must. You must enhance your problem solving skills. That must be your prime thing. Then comes rating. Okay, so that's it. Ronjulda or Brunilda, if you want, you may continue.
Do we have any more questions that we should? Okay, Siddhartha has been taking questions here. Okay. Web3, Web3. I'll not. I mean, people from blockchain would be able to answer this better. Ranjul, do you want to take the question?
Yeah, actually, Web3. If you are starting with blockchain, I think whose question was that? So, Modi, do you have previous experience with blockchain? Otherwise, it will be a bit difficult to explain.
No, no, bhaiya. I have just read it in somewhere in Twitter.
Oh, in Twitter.
That's
Okay,
good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Actually, you are exploring things. You can consider it's like a framework using which a block is actually interacting with the web servers. And it is actually, you can say that it is one of the recent frameworks that have been started. When you will be developing on blockchain, there are a lot of, how will I say that? Just like there are new versions of a software. So that's similar to that. Web3 is like a recent version of a framework using which the block interacts with the web service. That much I can explain. It's very crude.
Yeah, yes.
Thank you,
That's
Bhaiya.
cool. Um, uh, and on this, since you mentioned Twitter, I'd like to tell you, like, if you like, when we had inductions, official induction sessions from the college, like when we were in first year ourselves, we had people, people explaining the importance of those things. I'd like to, I mean, I don't think you have had those yet, but make sure you make accounts on LinkedIn and Twitter and are active on with it, okay? Because it will eventually help you in the long run. You'll soon, it helps you get exposure, right? So
Yeah,
I'll suggest you
very
make
good point. Actually, one of the primary accounts which you need to have is LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. You have to have it as an
Make sure
engineer.
all of you have a LinkedIn account. Make it today only.
Yes,
And
and yes, and it's a perpetual process, like, right? So yeah, as you keep improving and getting certificates, I mean, participating in hackathons or anything you feel like that this thing should be in our professional platform, that you put in LinkedIn, okay? So it's like a
it's
media. You have to keep it
achievements
updated.
you have made or anything you do. For example, if you even get a good rank in our college contest, also put that in LinkedIn. If you get a good rank in CodeChef platform, also put that in LinkedIn. It is a
Because
professional platform where you can showcase your skills.
yes, because recruiters are more active on LinkedIn and Twitter, more active on LinkedIn, more especially. Okay, so people will opportunities will come to you when you are active there, right? And other than that, even when you are applying for any of the, like, anything, like, okay, any program, any open source program, any internships, any like hackathons, everywhere they'll ask you about your LinkedIn URL. Okay, so once you give it, they'll analyze it and then decide that if you are suitable for that thing. So always make sure you are active on LinkedIn, right? Okay.
Okay, any more questions?
I think if no more question is there, we can conclude now. Like,
Okay,
So
so now we've come to the end of our session today. We'll again see you soon, shortly from next Sunday onwards itself. The mentorship program will begin, and we'll also have an alumni meet soon where we'll bring a distinguished alumni to talk more on, all of these life lessons and engineering, coding. Okay, so thank you all for coming. Happy
before
coding.
that, we need to take a group picture.
Ronjul
Ranjul,
Yeah, we need to take a group picture. So guys, first switch off this presentation. Yes, if possible, can you please turn on your camera so that we can take a group picture? We will be posting this on our social media handles. Okay. Any more? Yeah, slowly people are turning up. Okay, let's do some pose if you like this or this, anything. Come on, everyone is so bored. Give a smile at least. Okay, yeah, great. Okay, got it. Thanks, guys. And did you enjoy it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, bro.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm just a senior.
okay, please don't, sir. We are not.
it was great interacting with you guys. We hope you'll keep attending our sessions, right? Because there much work is put into that by your seniors as well. And then there will be alumni sessions like Tiyasha mentioned. So people from IISc and people like last year we have people senior from IISc and people working on Microsoft. So it will better that, you'll have an insight as to what life holds for you once you complete your graduation and all. So I mean, suggest that you keep attending these sessions. Okay, your cooperation is of utmost importance for to carry this on, right? Okay,
And
Ranju.
also, we will be meeting you guys if college reopens. On
Yes,
6th.
that.
It will be great to meet you guys in person.
The college is going to open on 16th of November or not?
Not sure about it, but
Like we don't have the official notification, but I've seen that CU has put up it in its official website. So I'm positive that it might open right by 16th. So yes. Yes.
Absolutely, because I think most first years don't have a double vaccine. Right.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, so let's end this. Yeah.
Should we call you sir or bhaiya?
Bhaiya.
भैया सर क्या?
We are not sirs.
Okay.
तो वो जो पढ़ाएंगे आपको उसको सर बोलेंगे, हम सर नहीं. Okay, you can call Amrita Senpai. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So sir, I have not arranged my PG yet, and if college start by 16th of November, then how would I get a PG nearby the college?
This
you need to contact the office.
The office or like I mean we have personally never been there, right? So I will not be able to answer those. I think you should contact the office, right? They'll give you insight on this. That's nice. I can call you Senpai. Okay. Okay, Ranjul, I
के बारे में कुछ पूछना हो तो ये अमृता से भाई, इसलिए तो इससे पूछिए.
Yes, Amrita is the anime guy.
Yes, yeah, they're seniors for everything, right? So they'll guide you, anything, any resource that you need. Amrita will guide you regarding what anime list of what you should watch and what you should not, right? So
Yes,
anything.
Yes. He has guided us also.
So when the decentralized counseling can take
We'll
place.
include in the WhatsApp group. Everyone. You
Once
shall be.
again, decentralized counseling and everything. I think you should follow the official, I mean, UCSP website for that, because they'll be updating it there, right? I mean, and that's like everything. We can't actually, we don't actually have informed this when the counseling is take place. You'll know about it. They'll not do it without you, right? Is there any way I can contact the code club? You will be there in all our social handles, right? In WhatsApp, in Discord, so you can contact us anywhere.
Yeah, you can always
Discord preferred, okay? Discord preferred, and there are channels for every query. There are channels. That is an awesome platform. Get there soon. Okay. Okay. Teachers are always afraid about attendance and how. Okay. Is this true? Oh, this is again this is relative and subjective. I think you should follow what the teachers teach in your classrooms, right? And you'll do better, right? So
Just be regular in everything. That's it. Like, that's the key, the important. Like, be consistent, and that will.
Yes,
make sure you follow what's taught in class. Okay, that
Hello?
since autonomous institution. Yes, Tausif.
Yes, can I late?
Can I?
Actually, I have to go for blood for giving blood for sugar test. Can I? Okay, thank you.
Okay, we are ending this session today.
Concluding this session, yes.
Yeah. And any
thank you guys for attending.
Ping us in
Yes.
all the social media handles and also in WhatsApp.
Yes.
Tonight it will be added in the WhatsApp group. There you
Yes.
can
All the links will be provided to you. Okay. So bye until then.
And it was
It's been a
great
good
session
session.
with you both.
Yeah.
So,
As Amritash likes to say, arigato.
Yeah,
Yes.
arigato everybody.